All right, let's talk about reflections. Not the ones you see in glass, but the ones that show us who we really are, and maybe more importantly, who we're just pretending to be.
So let's just start with a really big question, right off the bat. The person you are at work, the person you are online with your family, is that the real you? Or is it more of a mask you've gotten really, really good at wearing? To even start to get at an answer, we have to meet the architect of that mask. We need to take a walk through what you might call the ego's hall of mirrors. And this right here is the core of it. The ego. It's not a real physical thing. As the writer Wayne Dyer put it, it's just an idea we have about ourselves. It's this powerful illusion that has us convinced our identity is all about external stuff. It's kind of like a ghost we've accidentally let take the driver's seat of our entire life. And you won't believe how early this all starts. The psychoanalyst Jacques Lacan had a name for it, the mirror stage. Think about it. It's that moment when a baby first sees itself in a mirror and goes, "Hey, that's me." For the first time, they see a whole, complete person, even if they still feel like a clumsy little being. And right there, in that moment, we begin identifying with an external image. It's the start of a lifelong habit of building our sense of self from the outside looking in. So, what's this little voice of the ego actually whispering in our ear all day? Well, it runs on a pretty simple operating system. It tells you your worth is your car or your house, that your identity is your job title, that what really matters is what other people think of you, and maybe the biggest one of all, that you're all alone in this, constantly competing with everyone else.
Now, this whole mechanism of building ourselves from the outside, it can take a really dark turn. Because when it's weaponized, it becomes something else entirely. It becomes the deceptive, distorted reflection in a narcissist's mirror.
You have to understand, narcissistic mirroring is not empathy, not even close. It's mimicry. It's a performance. The narcissist will literally reflect your personality right back at you to create this intense but totally fake sense of connection. They're not trying to understand you, they're trying to get something from you. Your admiration, your trust, what some people call narcissistic supply.
And this is where that mirror just completely shatters. Because after that initial phase, the love bombing, that reflection gets twisted. It becomes a weapon. They might suddenly pick up your hobbies just to prove they're better, or they'll start telling your life stories as if they happened to them. Just like this quote says, it stops feeling like connection and starts feeling like theft. They're not mirroring you anymore, they're trying to consume you.
But here's the thing, not all mirrors are meant to deceive. So let's pivot to a completely different kind of reflection, one that's incredibly powerful and actually meant to heal. Let me introduce you to the Heyoka. In Lakota tradition, the Heyoka is a kind of sacred clown, a trickster who does things backward to shake people up and show them truths they couldn't see before. A Heyoka empath is like a sacred mirror. They reflect your own energy and emotions back to you, not to control you, but to wake you up.
This chart just makes it crystal clear, doesn't it?
Look at the difference. The intent is the total opposite. The Heyoka wants to heal and awaken. The narcissist wants to control and manipulate. A Heyoka is constantly looking inward, while a narcissist will do anything to avoid self-reflection. It really boils down to this. One is a mirror for truth, and the other is a mirror for deception.
So, after looking at all these powerful external mirrors, the ego, the narcissist, the Heyoka, we finally get to the most important part of the journey, learning how to turn that mirror inward.
I absolutely love this analogy from Wayne Dyer. It's brilliant. You see ambulance written backwards on the front of a vehicle, right? And your brain just instantly flips it. You know the reflection isn't reality. But when it comes to our ego, we forget to make that adjustment. We look at this backward external reflection of who we are and we think, yep, that's me. We take the illusion as reality.
And that's the ego's whole game, right there. It's a relentless trap. It tries to convince you that peace, that fulfillment, that your true self is somewhere out there, in that next promotion, in that other person's approval. It keeps you on this journey that isn't really yours, constantly looking for your own uniqueness in everything and everyone but yourself.
So how in the world do we start making that adjustment? Well, first, it's just about self-awareness. Just start noticing the ego's old, tired stories. Second, start seeing your life as a mirror. Whatever frustrates you out there is probably showing you something in here that needs to heal. Third, you can literally choose a thought that feels just a little bit better. Climb your way up the emotional ladder. And finally, one of the most powerful tools is just appreciation. It's like a tuning fork that helps you align with the vibration of your true self.
See, this whole process of turning the mirror inward, it isn't just a neat little exercise. It is the actual path to becoming your own truth.
This quote really says it all. The world you experience is just a projection of your own inner state. If you can't find worthiness and value inside yourself first, you're going to have a really hard time finding it anywhere else.
And that is the shift. The world isn't out to get you. It isn't judging you. It's just a mirror. It's perfectly and often painfully reflecting you right back to you. So I want to leave you with this question. If you could drop all the masks, if you could step away from all the deceptive reflections, and truly become your own sacred mirror, looking inside with total honesty and kindness, what incredible truth about yourself would you finally see?